Hi, it's Brian Newman with the Spotlight of Business Owner Show, and today we're thrilled to have Felicia Campos with Family First Life. Hi, Felicia, how are you?
How are you?
Yeah, good, good. Yeah, it's great to meet you finally.
Good to meet
Yeah,
you too.
yeah, you got a great business. And before we get into that, can you let people know a little bit about your background and how you ended up in the life insurance business?
Okay, so I've been in around life insurance for a long time. This is my first time actually getting into it myself. My stepdad was a life insurance agent a long time ago. Before Primerica was Primerica, it was A.L. Williams. So he was an agent back then. So I kind of like, and a lot of my family were in A.L. Williams, so I knew all about that.
I remember hearing that name. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
So A.L. Williams became Primerica?
Eric, yeah,
Interesting. Okay.
yeah. So I kind of knew about life insurance a little bit when growing up, like in high school. But my first dealing with a life insurance policy, our beneficiary death benefit was when my brother died. I was 21 and he was 23. He was in the military, so his services were taken care of. But I was one of his beneficiaries, so I got some part of his beneficiary, his money.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So that was my first dealing with being a beneficiary of a loved one. It's still hard to bury somebody knowing that they're going to be taking their services are going to be taken care of. It was still, I mean, it's still hard. You gotta still, deal with the emotions and everything. So
Oh, yeah.
me, I want to make sure that people, families that I protect don't have to worry about having to pay for the services on top of their grieving process. So, and I've been there. I mean, I've been there several times. So after I got my beneficiary money, I invested it and stuff like that. So that's that. That was when I was 21. Um, this is like my testimonial. So sorry. Um, when I was pregnant with my son, this was in 2009. My biological dad, he got sick with cirrhosis. And as soon as he got sick, he got a life insurance policy. At that time, I didn't know like what type of policy he got, whatever. Well,
Uh-huh.
6 months later, he passed away. And um, when we were at the funeral home, you know, his fiance presented them with the life insurance policy, and they said that it wasn't a good policy because it was a graded policy, which means that you have to pay into for 2 years before it's
Uh-huh.
an active policy. So
Oh,
his fiance was able to get all the money that was paid into the policy back to her to help pay for the services. At least that it was a little something. But
uh-huh.
being that we didn't have the money to pay for everything for his services, um, like we had to ask people for money, and it was like, and it was so hard. And again, I was pregnant with my son, and I was due any day at
Oh,
that.
wow.
So
Wow.
I was I had a big stomach.
Oh my
And
God.
was waddling around, asking people for money to help pay for my dad's services. So
Uh-huh.
that was really hard. And then going forward, a week later, I had my son. So like there's a lot of emotions that were going on at that time. And at that time, like I said, my stepdad, he sold insurance. Get this one. He sold
Oh,
insurance back in A.L. Williams. So he had a policy. Okay. So after my biological dad died, my stepdad, after I had my son, I was in the hospital, and my stepdad came, and he says, "I'm sorry about your dad, his death and blah, blah, blah." And I told my stepdad, "That's okay, dad. I still have you." Because I called him dad too. He raised me. He's my
oh,
dad, but I still called him dad. So everything was gonna be okay and everything. And then like 2 weeks later, my stepdad died.
Oh,
Yeah. So
wow.
so within a month, my biological dad died. I had a baby, and my stepdad
Oh
died.
my God. You
So
survived it all.
uh,
Wow. Wow.
yeah. So like I said, my stepdad was an insurance agent, and well, what happened is that he let his policy lapse.
Oh, really? Oh my God.
And um, and being that he was an insurance agent, he knew he had possibilities, resource, to get more another policy. So he
Uh-huh.
tried to get another policy, but they denied him because he was overweight, he was a smoker, he had cancer before.
Oh,
So
wow.
between his lapse policy that stopped and him getting denied, he died in between. He died. He passed away.
Oh, oh, okay.
So he
Oh,
didn't have
wow.
a life
But-
insurance
Well,
policy.
so yeah, so you've had a lot of experience dealing with life insurance
Yeah,
incidents over the years.
the
Wow.
hard the hard thing to see is, you know, my mom was married to my stepdad, and to see her freak out
Uh-huh.
on like having to deal with how am I going to pay my house payment? How am I going to pay the bills? Even though my mom was working, it was still like, she was like trying to deal with that at the same time, trying to figure out how to bury my dad.
Oh,
And luckily, he was a veteran, and luckily, they took care of his burial services, so she didn't have to worry about that. So,
oh, that's
so
good.
yeah, but because of those three um, situations that I had to deal with, like
Uh-huh.
it really resonates with me in regards to making sure that families are protected and they don't have to go through what I've had to go through. So,
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't blame you. What does Family First Life offer? Is it
um,
strictly life insurance policies
so
or?
we have annuities. We could do policies that gain interest, that gain a cash flow. We could do those. We do accidental death. We could do mortgage protection. We could do all that. It's a agency that so I'm a broker. So I'm contracted with many carriers. So my job would be to shop around for the family, for the person that's seeking life insurance, and then find the best fit, what they're comfortable with their needs and wants and stuff, and then go forward from there.
Oh, okay. How would one person go about getting life insurance?
There's a qualification that we have to go through as an underwriter myself. Like there's questions I would ask, about their health, a lot of health questions, income, their background. These are all non-medical type of policies. So the carriers would look into their health history, their medications history, if they have any type of criminal background. If they do have a criminal background, it's very limited on getting a life insurance policy because not everybody qualifies for life insurance. So a lot of people
Oh,
get denied. Yeah.
oh, really? Okay. That's a good question. Like, who would be your ideal client?
Um,
No,
I would say the younger generation, I think should jump on life insurance right away. The younger you are, the easier it is to get life insurance. It's cheaper too. It's cheaper when you're younger. I have, unfortunately, like I get people that reach out to me that are in their 70s and they don't have anything, but they can't afford like $200 or $300 a month because it's so
uh,
expensive,
oh,
and
wow. Wow.
they're on fixed incomes, and I feel so bad. I'm just like, okay, well, maybe we can get you, something else or whatever. I go and I shop around. I try to find what I can to help them out as much as I can. But the older you get, the more expensive it is.
Yeah, so if someone takes it out at a young age, I mean, what they could be paying like $10 a month or something like that, or $20 a month?
Good, yeah, yeah. I mean,
Wow.
there's that each carrier is different on the least amount of money to pay a month. And it just all depends. I mean, it all depends what everybody's comfortable with, what they're looking for in a life insurance policy.
Oh,
There's
okay. Well, I'm
uh,
sorry.
no, that's fine. There's some carriers that offer living benefits. So living benefits are really awesome because let's just say for you, let's just say you get a $250,000 policy out. Okay. And while you're living, you get diagnosed with, like, let's just say terminal cancer or chronic illness. And that means that you can apply to get some money out of your life insurance policy. You take it out while you're living and you can do certain things with it.
Oh, I
So,
see. Do you
so
have
if
to
you
pay it back?
well, I mean, you don't have to pay it back, but your balance goes down on your life insurance policy.
Oh, I see. I
Yeah.
see. Oh,
But I mean,
interesting.
while you're living, I mean, you can use that money, while you're living. So
Oh,
there's that, if you're on disability or something, you need that money, you know, there's living benefits.
uh-huh. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I want to remind our viewers that, yeah, we're talking to Felicia Campos with
Ah,
Family First Life. Yeah, uh, Felicia, what's the best way for them to reach out to you?
just call me, 505-363-8019.
Okay.
Yeah, if anybody's here that wants to reach out to me on Facebook, I'm on Facebook also. Instagram, I'm on there also. So
Oh, okay. Yeah,
yeah.
no, so I was going to ask you, I just want to go over like a couple terms. I've heard of like death benefit.
Mhm.
What is it? How is it calculated? And is it a taxable event?
So it's non-taxable. If let's just say you get your policy and you name your daughter a beneficiary, your daughter would get the money, your policy money, and that money, could go towards your burial expenses, any type of expenses that you may have accrued while you're alive. So it would go to her.
Oh, okay. What if I know people that, their spouse might have committed suicide. Are they entitled to a benefit if their spouse commits suicide and they have a life insurance policy?
Well, it depends. There is a 2-year contestability clause with life insurance policies. So that means that if it's done within the 2 years, it's most likely going to be denied. But I'm not the full underwriting person here. Each carrier looks at it, every situation, under a microscope when it comes to certain things like that.
Oh, okay, okay. And then premiums,
Mhm.
like you indicated, if you take out a policy at a younger age, the premiums are a lot cheaper than if you wait till you're retired to open up a life insurance policy.
Mhm.
What happens, I mean, for the premiums, what if they stop paying? Like, what if someone loses their job, they stop paying, and a year later they can afford to like take out their life insurance policy again?
Well, after so long, their policy is going to lapse and they will lose their policy. It's just like car insurance. If you stop paying your car insurance after what, like a month, and it's gonna stop. So you have to reapply and get your life or your car insurance again. So it's the same thing with life insurance, but it does get more expensive the older you get.
Oh, okay. What's
Yeah.
the difference between work life insurance and what you offer?
Oh, that's a good one. I hear that a lot. Everybody that has a job, if I talk to them about life insurance, they say, "Oh, I got life insurance at work." Fine, that's fine. Get it, keep it at work. That's good. It's cheaper at work, which I
Oh,
get. However, it doesn't follow you if you get fired, if you quit, retirement, it doesn't follow you. So what I tell people is keep the one at work, but get something small outside of work that'll follow you wherever you go.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Okay.
I've heard of some lady, she told me that her husband got sick, and after so long being away from work, they fired him. And well, they told him, you have to get back to work. And within this certain time period, if you don't, you're losing your job. And he couldn't get back to work and he lost his job. And guess what? He lost his life insurance.
Oh, wow.
I
Wow.
mean, I always tell people keep the one at work, that's fine, but get something outside of work that can follow you and you have the say so with that policy outside of work. The work policy, your work controls that policy. They can do whatever they want to with that policy. So they can't, that you have no say so with the policy at work.
Oh, okay. Okay. So what, yeah, again, I want to remind people that we're talking to Felicia Campos with Family First Life. Yeah, Felicia, are there any final words you want to leave the audience?
Get protected. Yeah, you know what? I can look for, a rate that is, suitable for each family, and a policy that meets their needs. I have some that accrue interest. A lot of people like that. I have a company that I write for that is, they have a policy that grows interest, and they have member benefits. So as a member with that carrier, they can get like discounted tickets to concerts and movie tickets and different things like that. And wills, if anybody doesn't have a will, like being a part of that carrier as a member, have access to get help with doing a will. So, and I think that a lot of people really don't do that
Yeah,
because it costs a lot of money. I'm assuming. I don't have one myself, but I'm gonna get one.
I know. I know. No, I'm going to look into it myself. But
Yeah.
all right, well, thank you so much for being on here. And again, if you're viewing this, yeah, listen to the whole show and reach out to her. She's got a great business. She's at 505-363-8019. So
And
thank
also,
you, Felicia.
I'm
No,
sorry to interrupt you. I'm here in Arizona, but I'm licensed in 13 other states. So
oh,
if anybody is questioning like, oh, well, she's in Arizona, contact me anyways. I might be licensed in your state too. So just reach out to me anyways. Yeah.
and do they meet with you in person or on Zoom or either way?
Either I could do it over the phone, I could do it through Zoom or meet in person. I would rather meet somebody in person here in Arizona. I'm not gonna fly to
Yeah.
North Carolina.
Oh, yeah, I don't blame you.
Or well, I could, but
Oh, okay. All right. Well, Felicia, thank you so much for being on the show.
all right, thank you. Thanks,
Okay.
everybody.
Hey.
Bye.